Burka getting it away, all the way down. Bennett has a go at it, breaks back down as far as Brian O'Halloran, man who got his debut from Davy Fitzgerald back in 2010. That's under hit, however, straight to Anthony Nash. Back out it comes once again, and taken away down the field. Daniel Carney marking his slack. Cormac Murphy trying for a point himself, but it's drifting away to the left-hand side, and a missed opportunity.
Again, Cork are suffering a small bit from going man-to-man inside. It worked for the first 15-20 minutes. They're struggling now. Waterford
ahead by 3 points. Pressure on MacDonald that time. Comes back out. Aidan Walsh heeled it backwards inadvertently. MacDonald trying to get it for Cork. In there goes Michael Brick Walsh as well. Dan Shanahan on the sideline. He's as animated as ever. Michael Brick Walsh hand pass it inside to Moran. Moran trying to get away. Well away from Bill Cooper. Trying to set up a chance inside there for Colin Dunford. Didn't quite happen, however. But it comes to Jake Dillon once again. Dillon with a marker behind him has lost his Hurley at the near post. Well stopped. It's got to be a 65. Nash prevents a third Waterford goal. Thrilling stop with 5 minutes to go to half-time.
I tell you, if I was Anthony Nash, I'd be hoping half-time would come quickly. He's totally exposed again. A great save, got down low and tapped it out. But the Cork full back line are going man for man, which is fine. But they should pull the sweeper back now at this stage, because they're really exposed 5 minutes in before half-time.
And they were exposed there. So the referee just making sure that that ball is delivered back to the 65-metre line, where Waterford will have a chance of adding to their lead ahead in terms of points by 11 points to 8. And Dan Shanahan is running around as much as ever. Maybe I'm mistaken. He runs more now than he ever did as a player.
He does, yeah, there's no doubt about it. But Morrissey's brother ran exactly the way Dan ran when he was facing me and pinged it into the top corner. That's really been the launch pad, I suppose, for this Waterford revival. This one goes over now. They'll get themselves 4 points clear. A fantastic turnaround from Derek McGrath's point of view in the last 10 minutes.
Sure is. 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes. Shanahan comes again. He's got a goal and 2 so far. Taking maximum care over it. Breeze behind him, and it gently blows it forward and over the bar. It helps, and he's got 1-3. And Waterford are doing really well. They started nervously, but they are finishing looking very, very convincing. And Derek McGrath has done his homework, and everything is going very smoothly at this stage. Long way to go, though. Anthony Nash pucking it out. Pressure on immediately. Kevin Moran there against Patrick Cronin. Cronin who got 2 points earlier on from open play. Going for a third, and it lands over the bar. Everything he's touched so far has worked well for the 28-year-old from Bishopstown.
Yeah, Pat Cronin, he's a big physical, strong man. You can see him pushing tight to Burke out of the way, and Austin Gleeson, and a great score.
From the back, Noel Connors hits it into the middle of the field. Broken down by Daniel Carney. Onto it came Lee Hahn. Got 1 point earlier on. We haven't seen enough of him so far. Maybe now late in this first half as he goes soloing forward down towards Alan Cadigan. Again, somebody who has been well marked so far. Shane Fives back into the middle as far as Taig the Burka. Down to the 2-man inside forward line. Bennett comes out, but balancing on his stick, Cormac Murphy tries to get it away from Stephen Bennett. Back out it comes. Back out as far as Daniel Carney. Spooning it into the middle as far as Mark Ellis. Mark Ellis hitting it away downfield. A couple of players getting to know one another in a physical sense, wrestling with one another at one stage down at the other end, but that is all stopped, thankfully. Common sense prevails as the next ball is launched downfield, and it's deflected away from Kevin Moran, out as far as Aidan Walsh. He needs this one, and Cork certainly required it, and Aidan Walsh, having hit a number of wides, finally gets one on target, and it is now 2-6 to 10 points, otherwise 12-10.
Yeah, good score from Aidan Walsh there. I suppose it goes to show if you're throwing up, some of it is eventually going to stick. He did very well there, you know, and that's a point that Cork needed, you know. It's only 2 points in it again. It calms down. Now Barry Kelly's heading back in towards the goal. Little bit of a wrestling match going on between Stephen MacDonald and Maurice Shanahan inside the edge of the square. There won't be anything done about that.
Yeah, I think the referees decided it was much ado about nothing, and so it's going to be a fuck out by Stephen O'Keefe inside the last 45 seconds of the first half, unless the referee decides to add a minute or 2 on. Lovely puck out initially to Gleeson, fumbled a little bit but had the composure to pick out Noel Connors. Now De Burka. Jamie Barron 4 passes to set up the chance, and finally they hit it wide. The wides are interesting. 9 wides for Waterford, 7 for Cork so far. JBM and his counterpart Derek McGrath will have 15 minutes to assess things with their team in just a couple of moments' time. One minute of added time, we believe. Anthony Nash pucking it out. Pressure there on Philip Mahoney. Runs on towards Alan Cadigan. Hit the boot of Luke O'Farrell. He went after it himself, but surrounded by Waterford players. One of them is Shane Fives, who used to play his club hurling with Carricktool in Cork. Back out into the middle it comes here. Blocked down as Jamie Barron was trying to get the ball away. Comes back to Mark Ellis. Mark Ellis sending it beautifully outside here as far as Luke O'Farrell. In splendid isolation, he hit it, but hit it wide.
Again, Luke O'Farrell got the opportunities. Kevin Moore and his marker when he was over that side of the field was down injured, and again they're ones that you want to hit wide on the far post rather than the near one. But
so heading towards the half-time break then, with 2 points between them. Waterford have come from behind. Those 2 goals so important for them, setting up the platform they have at this stage and giving them that confidence base. But Cork are in there still, doggedly sticking to the task and looking really, really attractive as a team this afternoon. They have approached it with the right attitude, and Alan Cadigan finishes the half with a point. 1 point the margin. It could not be closer as the referee blows for half-time. An exciting opening 35 minutes of Munster hurling here. 2 goals, important ones for Waterford. The first scored by Maurice Shanahan after 27 minutes, and the second was scored by Jake Dillon after 29. So at half-time, just 1 point separating these sides. At the break, it's Waterford ahead, 2-6 to 11 points. In a moment, we'll have the views of